taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
We have another interesting weekend of boxing, and this time it's PBC's turn to see if they can get on the board for a fight of the year. And this main event obviously should absolutely do it. And this is for the vacant IBF 140 title given up by Josh Taylor. You know, we got Subriel Matias, aka Brownie, you know, who's a straight killer, 18-1 with 18 knockouts, facing Jeremias Ponce. Again, an Argentinian banger, 30-0 with 20 knockouts. So, like, yeah, this, if you ever, you know, Ponce is not, this is Ponce's U.S. debut, because his fights, I mean, either unless you watch him on ESPN Plus or the one fight he had on DAZN or whatever, where he beat down somebody over 10 rounds, like, Ponce is a problem. Like, you have to, like, Ponce has a work rate out of this world, and he punches hard. You know, so whereas Matias, though, Matias' fights have all been in America. I mean, his first notable American fight, he ends up killing somebody. You know, Maxim Dadeshev. You know, in a fight that we all had to criticize ESPN because they had the wildest coverage on that shit ever. Like, you know, dude was basically beaten, throwing up, all types of shit. ESPN felt the need to actually cover that shit like it was the thing to do. And but then that fight though did lead to Matias's first loss, you know, where he lost on like a preview fight, you know, to Petros Anenyan, you know, by decision. And then after that, dude starts going his way of bodying people, Malik Hawkins, that other Russian cat, Jukenbayev, like, and then he rematched Anenyan and, you know, put him away after a slugfest, and I think it was like 9-10 rounds. Like, you know, Matias to me is like probably, I mean, in terms of prospects, like he was probably like, I mean, I don't know if, I mean, he's probably like one of the best Rican prospects I've seen in a minute. I mean, dude is
damn right.
Yeah, what's that?
I said, damn right he is.
Yeah. I mean, dude is a problem. Dude is like, I don't know if I should call it, but dude is like a more dangerous Margarito in his prime.
No, he's the 140 Jared Hurd.
I can see that too, though. But you know, at least dude doesn't like blow up in weight like on fight night. Like, dude actually looks like he might be like 140 or at least 147, something like that. Like, not like a fucking middleweight or some shit like that. You know, but yeah, this fight, Matias and Ponce, man, like this should be like a slugfest. P, what do you think about this fight?
I mean, it's definitely going to be a slugfest, and it's not going to last long. This isn't going more than 8 rounds.
Hell no.
Heck, I don't even know if it'll go more than 6 rounds. Because they're going to be throwing hands, and both guys have pop. I think Matias, punch for punch, is the bigger puncher than Ponce, but Ponce has the work rate. The one thing though is, and this is why I'm giving Matias the advantage, is that like Ponce is like, he has the work rate, but like he also can be a very like, his punches be wide and loopy sometimes, and like so like against a guy like Matias who actually does throw straight shots, if they're in an exchange, I'm gonna give the advantage to Matias because he's the straighter guy. He's just gonna come straight down the pipe, and I don't know if Ponce is gonna be able to. I mean, we don't know what Ponce's chin is like. I don't think he's faced anybody as big of a puncher as Matias. So
yeah, I don't think he has.
Exactly. No. So, and we know that Argentinians can punch, but has he fought a puncher himself? I don't think he has. So I think it'll be a nice little slugfest, but I think Matias will knock him out. I'll say 5th round.
Oh wow, you're not even you're not even giving Ponce like even not even a little bit of a doubt, like you know, because I can see Ponce not actually going balls to the walls. Like he's not gonna box dude. He's gonna think stoppage. I mean, and why not? Like dude has 20 knockouts in 30 fights. So, like why not go for it?
Especially against a guy like Matias. Matias, unfortunately, he's very, very hittable. Way too hittable. So and
I will say this though. I mean, Matias is a little shaky. He's not chinny, but I do think he's a little shaky. He can be shooken up a little bit.
Yeah, he got buzzed against Jukenbayev.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He got buzzed in that fight, so he can be hurt. So it's like you might as well just try to go for it. So
and he was hurt, and I remember in that one loss that he does have, he was hurt. I think he got flash knockdown too. So I mean, he can be hurt, and that dude only had like 7 knockouts in 20 fights. So I mean, so yeah, Matias. Well, and Matias has. Like his punching is just fucking ridiculous though.
A lot of people surprise. It's just funny because a lot of people are picking Ponce, but I'm just like, I don't know if that's just the unknown Argentinian puncher or just like, yeah, because like they're like, oh, he's plus 300. That's a little too wide. I'm like, but nobody knows who he is. But
he's plus 300. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I mean, and I can see it too because like I said, it's the unknown factor. I mean. Ponce is dangerous. He is dangerous, but yeah, plus 300.
And he carries you fast.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, personally, I think Matias will win, but I think it'll be like a 7th round knockout for Matias though.
Damn, I was going for 8.
But I do think Matias is going to get shook up a couple of times from Ponce because Ponce is not. I mean, unless he's cracked, he's not going to stop throwing. Like Matias is going to feel like it's going to get that pressure on him. But I think isn't Ponce too a little bit bigger than him as well? Because they're both big 140 pounders, if I remember correctly. But this.
So let me look that up because like Matias is 5'9", so
yeah. LB, what about you? What do you think about this fight?
I think it's a good action fight, good main event. It's not like a big marquee fight, but it's something that definitely hardcore boxing fans dream because you got one of the best 140 pounders fighting another contender.
Right.
I think their styles match up well, and we'll get like a good shootout. But I see Matias just kind of overwhelming him by 8 rounds.
But for the record, Ponce is 5'11", so
that's what I thought. I was like, yeah, dude.
But, I mean, that's just gonna. I mean, honestly, now that I know he's that big, now I'm just gonna say we're gonna get uppercut season because Matias' uppercut does not miss, so it'll be there for him. Especially with Ponce throwing wide loopy shots, it'll be uppercut season this weekend.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, Ponce is definitely a big 140 pounder. That's why I was like, I know that's like, but it even makes it more tricky. Like I said, because 140, as we all know, like 140 is a quality. It's a top 2 division, in boxing today. So it's like, so this is
might be the best one right now, actually.
And hey, when
you factor in the star power, all the names, potential matchups, like even like think about it. 140 is so good. We don't even care about a damn Teofimo versus Josh Taylor fight.
Yeah, exactly. To me, that
in any other division, that would be like, what's the equivalent of that in welterweight? Like. That's like what, Crawford Thurman or some shit, or I don't know, like
something like that. Yeah,
you just don't care about it. So there's so many better fights.
Right, exactly. And 140, like I said, like it'll give you a marquee fight, but it'll also give you a fight where you have like top 5 contenders and they're fighting, and it's a significant fight because, like I said, this has a vacant belt on the line. And Matias, obviously we've said before at the time, like we've all said Matias will be champion too. I mean, truthfully, I would have loved it if Matias could take the belt off Josh Taylor, and honestly, I would have respected Josh Taylor a lot more for taking that fight because we talked about because Josh Taylor kind of closed the door on his type of era 140s, and in 140s and pretty much in the new different era. So if he's facing some of these new cats and like winning, then Taylor obviously it would be big respect, but. Taylor right now, his mind is confused. We don't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's fighting Teofimo, who's looked pretty mid at 140. So yeah, that's that's like everyone's just like whatever, and it's like Matias Ponce, like I said, solid fight and probably a more dangerous fight because, like I said, either of these two guys would put Taylor or Teofimo through absolute hell, Obviously, in some circles, people are like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, hey, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. Yeah, Like Teofimo would, I mean, if Teofimo fought any of these two guys, Teofimo would probably get beat down or beat up like he did against Kambosos. But some people don't want to hear that.
I mean, especially if he's not fighting Barbosa, and come on.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not gonna fight Barbosa, who's ready, who's absolutely ready for this, like then But yeah, it's like, I mean, Teofimo right now is like a sore spot because it's clear that something is off with him, and but they gotta try to get him to the point where they gotta cash him out, else he'll lose to someone and you can't really sell a title fight with him anymore, at least not for a while. But at least this card though also has two really good fights. The opener is really good. You got Elvis Rodriguez and you got Joseph Adorno in a 10-round fight. Like, that is a type of
scrap.
Yeah, and again, this is 140. Even a 145, this is a B level fight. These are B level fighters right now. And even then, like this fight is more intriguing than fucking Teofimo and Taylor to me. Like, seriously. Obviously we know Elvis Rodriguez, he went to PBC, after being let go from Top Rank after losing to Kenneth Sims. And, dude has been, dude has scored a couple of knockouts. Adorno, he is, I still remember that fight with Jermaine Ortiz. Like, funny thing is too, Adorno has a better case of beating Jermaine Ortiz than Lomachenko does to me. That's not, again, that may be enough.
Facts, that's facts though.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, Adorno hurt Ortiz hell more times than Lomachenko did. That's for damn sure. What I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, no. So that fight, like, I like this. This is definitely a good fight to see where these two are. You see, so LB, how do you see Rodriguez or Adorno?
And Rodriguez winning that
by what? KO decision.
I want to say KO because I felt Rodriguez is like he's putting everything together now. He's looked better since the loss. Feel like he's punching harder, just moving better, everything. So Adorno's not bad. Adorno's solid too.
Yeah, I mean,
I think this Rodriguez is just a better boxer.
And he is. Adorno though was tough though. Adorno, I think Adorno's I mean, they're both big punches. Rodriguez only, he's 12 knockouts and 13 wins. Adorno's 14 KOs and 17. So, I mean, both have one loss. Both have a couple. Adorno has a couple draws. Rodriguez has one. So it's like, I mean, yeah, like honestly, this will be a shit. I don't think it will go the distance. But I'm with LB though. I do think Rodriguez will probably end this fight by a knockout. LB, you said decision, right?
No, I said knockout. Like,
okay.
Like, because a part of me feels like Rivera could stop him. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to the decision.
Rodriguez, yeah.
Wrong Dominican.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Did I say Rivera or Rodriguez?
Yeah, you said Rivera.
All right, Rodriguez. Yeah, my bad. The other one, he already Frank Martin. But yeah, Rodriguez. This is what 10 or 12 rounds.
10 rounds.
I think Rodriguez gets him out in the 10th.
Oh wow! I was thinking at maybe probably 8 for me. Because like I said, I mean, I do think, I mean, Adorno's good, but I do think he can be stopped.
Yeah, but I think it's more like Rodriguez is finally gonna clip him like toward the end. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be like an accumulation, but more I think he finally gets that good shot on him. Right. And Adorno just hangs tough and makes a good fight out of it throughout the night.
Yeah, and I think Adorno's the one that this Adorno's the one that actually has like problems. I just hope he doesn't have any weight problems. Like, if I hear Adorno's like struggling to make weight, then I'm for sure Rodriguez is probably gonna KO him. But like I said, this is a quality opener. Like, this is the type of opener that you need. Like, because it still moves the division forward. Because it's like, okay, who we got to put in a bigger fight? Who we got to put in a big fight next, or bigger fight? And then we have the return of Jamal James, who, because last time we saw him fight, he unfortunately got battered by Buteyev. Like, he really got hands put on him and got stopped. And it was messed up too because they kept on mentioning that he was getting married like the week after the fight, and Butaev pretty much like brutalized him. Like, he wasn't even like. So I can only imagine how the marriage foes look like though. But he's coming back in the co-main event against an Argentine Olympian Alberto Palmetta. And again, this is a good fight. Palmetta is 18-1 with 13 KOs. Like, this is a good fight for Jamal James to see if he has anything left, because Jamal James was kind of holding it down on the B. He's been holding it down on the B level side for a heavyweight for a minute, and like I said, it was a shame though that Butaev kind of like derailed him, but Jamal James though, good fighter. I think. Before that, his only other loss was to Ugas, some years ago. I think it was like 2015 or some shit like that. This should be again a really good fight. Palmetta, this is a step up fight for him. Jamal James, this is just more or less to see if he can actually get his, he can actually regain the momentum that he had in his career prior to that fight. Like PBC did its thing, like on this triple header card. So, but the funny thing is, for this card, like, I have not seen like one commercial or anything on it yet. I don't know if you guys, P, have you seen a commercial or anything on this?
No.
Or a trailer?
No.
Yeah, and I'm surprised too. It's like, you would think you want to advertise some of the biggest punches at 140 they're fighting. You think you would want to say, hey, tune in and watch this slugfest, and a possible another fight of the year. But hey, I guess word of mouth will have to do for this one. But of course, like the other card, which is going to be on a Sunday, and of course we always say like Sunday